So today we're going to be talking about how strength and gym can carry over into your sport. Before we begin, what is strength, right? The scientific term says that strength is the ability to produce force against an external load. And the external load is the bar, right? This basically means that when the external load increases, which is the weight on the bar, the amount of force you're producing also increases. Essentially, you're able to produce more force, right? This is important to know for the following reason. So when your maximal, aka your 1 rep max increases, you are now able to produce more force. This means that everything you do that is sub-maximal becomes even more sub-maximal, aka easier. And I'll give you a quick example, right? So say for example, you can deadlift 100 kilos for 1 rep at the minute, right? Think of how hard 95 is gonna be. It's not your 1 rep max, but 95 isn't gonna come off the ground easily, right? Now think of it in a year's time, you can now deadlift 200. Think of how easy that 95 is gonna be. It's gonna fly straight off the ground with no problem. This is an example of how increasing your force production makes everything you do that's not a 1 rep max even easier. The reason I've told you this is because it links with the sporting example I'm gonna give, right? So we're gonna talk about a sprinter and how if they get strong in their legs and they get strong on squats and deadlifts, they can increase their speed, basically run faster. So a sprint is roughly a 47 rep max because there's roughly about 47 strides in a sprint. So when this athlete takes their squat, for example, say for example this athlete doubles their squat for 1 rep in what, 2 years time or 1 year's time, that means they're now able to produce more force, as we've already established, right? So because they can produce more maximal force, their 1 rep max is increased, everything they do sub-maximally, such as those 47 strides, is now more powerful. And now every one of those strides is able to produce more force now. As obvious as it now is, this sprinter is now able to run faster. So the reason I chose a sprinting example is because your body is working in the same way as when you strength train, right? It's producing powerful, high intensity recruitments of the muscle. Essentially, do you get me? It's not a long marathon run where you're working at a low intensity, but for a long time. It's the opposite. You work at high intensity for a short time, similar to a 3 sets of 5 squat or bench or anything, right? You work at heavyweight, but you get me, not for half an hour at a time. A set takes about 45 seconds. For this reason, increasing the numbers in the gym are going to carry over very nicely to a sprinter, and it can also carry over to, let's say, a basketball player. Hopefully that has made it more clear how getting strong in the gym is able to help you. And with that being said, I believe I've covered everything, so the video is going to end here, and I hope to catch you in the next one.